Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here. It's Tuesday 24th of January and we're still all over the place as far as the models are concerned as to how cold it goes next week. I must admit I'm still leaning into the cold camp, but we'll wait and see what happens. GFS is firmly against it, but many of the other models do like the idea of high pressure building across Scandinavia and getting into the British Isles, but it's a very, very close run thing. But for today I just wanted to concentrate on the forecast for the next few days. Let's look at something we do know a little bit about. These are the charts from the Met Office, and this is for midnight tonight. You see we've got this warm front having moved eastwards, brings a warm sector across much of the British Isles, so we're going to be cloudy and drizzly during the course of tonight. For tomorrow that warm front stays east, so plenty of cloud for many of us, but I think it will break with some sunny spells coming through in central and eastern areas. Got this cold front that moves through Ireland. It gets into western parts of the country through Wednesday, strengthening winds as well. You see the isobars there, and I think this cold front bringing some rain into western Scotland, northwest England, West Wales, southwest England through the afternoon. Some of that potentially turning quite heavy. Behind it we do have cold air following in. That basically is what this dashed line is here. These are thickness lines. That's a 528 thickness there that's running in behind that cold front, and you'll notice how by midnight on Thursday the cold front has drifted eastwards. Still quite an active feature, but that 528 line coming right up against the back of it. That means that there could still be some moderate or heavy bursts of rain associated with this front, particularly in the north, less so down towards the south. But the main feature is this 528, because what that does is it's the thickness that when we get lower thicknesses you get colder air, high thicknesses are warmer air, and 528 is what we call the snow line through the winter. Below that level, below 528 thickness, what you tend to find is that precipitation is more likely to fall as snow rather than rain. So any feature that's trapped in the back of it, such as here, we then need to think of in terms of sleet and possibly also snow. So by Thursday that front has cleared its way eastwards. There's the 528 line, look, running through here. So most of the British Isles is well within this colder zone of air. Now because I'm saying snow, don't get thinking whiteout. What it does is it means that showers can quite readily turn to snow, and as this little low pressure swings through along with this trough, what it could do is just turn the showers even at lower levels to sleet and snow showers as this feature moves east. So we're going to watch for that across western southwest Scotland, where some of that snow could actually be quite significant, and we could get a couple of centimetres of snow even at low levels there. Northwest England too on the coast is probably going to be rain, but will quickly turn to sleet and snow too. Could put down a temporary covering even at low levels, certainly some across high ground. And for Wales a similar story too, snow over the high ground in showers, but at low levels probably just near a sleet or rain, particularly close to the coast. And as this feature moves inland, so it's going to be weakening. I think we will find still the risk of an odd sleety shower perhaps breaking out across the Midlands as the feature moves eastwards, but it's basically getting broken down as it does so. And then overnight into Friday, well, the low is still there. I think northern England, we have to think about the threat of some sleet and snow and perhaps some ice overnight into Friday as this feature moves through. Less so down towards the south, but excuse me, by Friday morning could still be some slippery roads around. As that clears eastwards through Friday, so we find a ridge of high pressure building in. Quite a cold and frosty start to the day for many central and western areas. A few snow showers down the east coast of East Anglia as this low clears away, taking the trough with it. But generally the story is one of a brighter day with some sunny spells. Now what happens after that? Well, take a look at my musing. I have put something online about how these charts are varying. This though is, let's just jump way forward to the 1st of February. This is the ECMWF. So this is taking us through to, when is it? We're looking here at next Wednesday, 1st of February. High pressure, look, real area high pressure. This is 1060 millibars almost here across the western parts of Russia. Extends the flow eastwards through the British Isles, through England and Wales where it stays cold, just the far northwest of Scotland staying out of it. And really I think this is the way that things pan out, that we go colder, progressively colder through the weekend, and I think across most of the country we'll become colder into next week, although probably northern and western Scotland, western parts of Ireland are likely to be staying in the milder air. Not getting much backup from places really either. This is the mean of the 500 millibar flow for the next 7 to 10 days, and it really shows us the difference between the models. This is valid from a week today through to Friday the 3rd of February. ECMWF on the left, we've got the GFS on the right. The red colour showing us where we have above normal heights, the blue colours where we're below normal. And notice the difference between the two. Look, ECMWF has way above normal heights across really the north of the UK, running into northern parts of Scandinavia, below normal across Europe, and the result is we get an easterly flow, a cold easterly flow across much of the country apart from northern Scotland, Western Ireland. Compare that to the GFS though. That has above normal heights across the Atlantic, below normal across Iceland and southeast Greenland, and the result is that the jet stream flows from west to east across the Atlantic, keeping us in more milder conditions, and also quite unsettled too as low pressures come in, bringing some rain in off the Atlantic. So you couldn't get much more of a polar opposite between these two models. Now the GFS has performed really well through the winter so far and has toned down cold where others have gone for it, but the ECMWF, the Canadian, and to some extent the British Met Office model are all going for the idea of cooler air coming in next week, possibly even colder air, and I think that's where I'm going to stick for now. But I really do have an eye into the GFS because this has proved right so often in the past that, you know, we just need to keep our eye on this one. So hope to have more for you throughout today, and as always the site's kept free of charge by the advert you see around it. If you see an advert you like, click on it, go through to the advertiser, it generates revenue for us and shows the sponsor that you're interested in what they do. So once again, thanks for watching and keep the sun shining.